This is the Tom Anderson Show, broadcasting live from the KVNT studios, 7 to 9 a.m., Monday through Friday.
We are back. Good morning, Tom Anderson Show right here on KVNT, the Talk of the Valley in Anchorage. We're on 7 to 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. Always happy to have you join us. TomAndersonShow.com. You might want to follow us on Facebook, Tom Anderson Show, and also our YouTube channel. Well, we just heard from Assemblymember John Weddleton on the Anchorage Assembly and what's happening with the mask mandate or not. Capstone Clinic, of course, founded by Dr. Wade Erickson with multiple doctor owners, Dennis Spencer, combat medic, 5 tours of duty abroad, retired now, of course, and he's the CEO. Micky Boyer, my business mentor, brilliant fellow, and he's running so many things from acquisitions to building and has helped with marketing with me, who I work for. Full disclosure, we work for Capstone Clinic. And Mickey, Dillingham, Fairbanks, Kenai Peninsula, Palmer, Wasilla, Eagle River, Anchorage. You have, how do you sleep at night?
Prudhoe Bay. Good to be with you. It's busy, let me tell you.
Oh, I bet. Well, for those of you, for the YouTube channel, we're going to put in the links how you get a hold of Capstone. You have, let's get into the good news. It's all good news, but you have new providers. You have a dermatologist, which is huge. My son gets Accutane, Grayson from you guys, and we go to Wade or Roma or Dennis or whomever. Now he can go to an actual dermatologist, and that's pretty cool, the specialty certified. And then also you have a doctor, an Alaskan, who is over at the Anchorage Clinic. First, tell us about the dermatologist.
Dr. Galler, he's a DO, and he is an amazing young man that's providing dermatology care for us. And so those people that have been struggling with acne or those kinds of skin diseases or issues can come and make an appointment and see somebody that's certified in that care. It's amazing.
I saw either he worked in Florida, California, different places at some top tier. He's got great credentials. Blake Galler is his name. And so this is good. And we'll do a press release at some point from Capstone to the media so they know about him. Because for those of you in Matsu, Eagle River, Chugiak, even in Anchorage, it's a no-brainer to call and make an appointment. And you can imagine, Mickey will attest to this, his docket's filling up. Now, over in Anchorage, the clinic across from the state troopers, that's Boniface and Tudor. Emma, tell us about her.
Dr. Emma Mayfield is a family practice physician, just doing an amazing job for us over
That's what I've heard.
Anchorage, and people that have seen her are just over the moon that they found a really awesome primary care provider that really cares about who they are as a person and their families. And so it's been a real joy to have her there.
And she grew up in Alaska, and she, I believe, speaks Spanish. I saw something about languages, but bottom line is she went to school Pacific Northwest, and I read her. She's a doctor of osteopathy, just like Dr. Galler is, and these are like same thing like an MD. And it's a profound, just I guess you could say, I call it momentous build to the Capstone collective of medical practitioners. The other thing you have, so you've got Capstone Dermatology. Now you also you purchased Samuel Abate, our beloved. He had a show with me. Every week Samuel called in. Dr. Samuel Abate, diabetes expert. You've purchased his practice, and so now it's going from the Abate Center and Adonai Center to the Capstone Diabetes Center. Tom and I were talking, Tom Steigelman, about family member maybe going to see your folks there. When does that launch, Capstone Diabetes Center?
So we have that going right now. It's we've got we're looking for endocrinologists. They're really few and far between, and so we're doing everything we can to recruit an endocrinologist. However, we do have a provider that is doing diabetes care, and that's going on right now. Anybody that's in the valley, anywhere that is needing diabetes follow-up and all of the care that goes along with that, Capstone Diabetes and Endocrinology Center is available right now.
is the place to go. And of course, Sam is an endocrinologist, and he, handle things like pancreatic issues and thyroid issues. And Capstone, that will be forthcoming here as they bring in an endocrinologist, like they brought in Dr. Galler with the dermatological specialty and certification.
Yes.
And so now let's look at the elephant in the room is, when are the boosters going to come out and for COVID, and when are the flu shots coming out? And I know the answer to the latter because my wifey Pooh, your friend and mine, Lila, we're going to zoom in and get poked for the flu shot later, which doesn't hurt and is awesome to have. And we're going to be traveling later, so that's, I think, prudent to do. That's for the flu. But tell us about boosters, then flu shots.
Okay, boosters are available right now at the Sears location.
In Wasilla.
In Wasilla. And we have the Pfizer right now, and that's the only one that has been approved for the booster, and that's for 65 and older and 18 to 64 with underlying medical conditions. So those people can come and get boosters and no problem whatsoever.
And then what about regarding on the flus? I know that at your Wasilla clinic, they said, hey, you can come in and you don't have to make an appointment. And you might have to wait a bit because there's other people with appointments waiting. But, I mean, we can go in, we wear our masks. They say, sure, have a seat. And then someone comes out and says, here I am. And then do you go in the back? They don't do that out in front of everybody, do they?
That's
don't
correct.
They bring
you go
into
back and get in a room and and they room you and take care of you. And the flu shots are available from most primary care providers right now, and many of the pharmacies that are out there are offering flu shots. And it's always a good idea to take that and boost your immune system against the flu.
Absolutely.
On the boosters for COVID, Moderna and Johnson & Johnson are in talking and testing and trying to get that. And then people are saying, well, can I get a Moderna if I had the Moderna vaccine and I'm fully vaccinated? Can I get a Pfizer for a booster? Right now, there's not enough testing done on that, and so they're not recommending that. So that's where we're at with the people that have Johnson & Johnson and Moderna. They're just going to be waiting for the approval for boosters on those.
Okay, that's good to know. My father is 83. He's a patient of yours, and he wanted to get that as well, but he received the Moderna dual shot. Lila and I received the Pfizer, but we're too young. So, no, it's important for everybody to review that. The other thing is, I reported earlier today that the Centers for Disease Control federally are recommending that women that are pregnant get the vaccination, folks. And so we're not talking about the booster, we're talking about the vaccination. And just read this. It was breaking news this morning. They say profoundly, if you're in this, what is it, the trimester, if you're in the third trimester, pregnancy vernacular there, and you get COVID, there's a likelihood you're going to end up in the hospital greater than not. So it's something, my word's not Mickey's, but I mean, you can talk to your healthcare provider. We're not going to give you medical advice, but go to National Public Radio and read the CDC report, or go directly to CDC's the better way, and you can see for pregnancies, you might consider the COVID shot based on statistics. If you get COVID and you're in the late term, it's not good. Now, what are you seeing, by the way, in terms of your testing sites? Talking with Micky Boyer at Capstone, are those thriving in all the locations? Any big changes or closures?
We're continuing to see, at all of our sites, we're continuing to see kind of an uptick in testing, which is a good thing. Providers are requiring employers are requiring some of their people to be tested, and schools, and so people that are symptomatic. There's just a lot of different people right now with the Delta variant that's kind of raging through Alaska right now. People are concerned, and so our testing has been up. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Well, Micky Boyer,
back to the pregnancy real quick. I read a study yesterday that said that the antibodies are passed from the mother to the baby. So the baby has antibodies against COVID when they're born. It's kind of an amazing thing.
It really is, and there's some technicality to that. The scientists are smarter than us on this stuff, folks. You can research it yourself. Talk to your healthcare provider.
Yeah,
by the way,
definitely.
to show you how selfless Micky Boyer is, like he said, if you can't get it at Capstone, get your flu shot. There's other places. You care. You put healthcare first, not profit, and I know the Capstone family and owners feel the same way. I'm a patient. My whole family is. We love you. Micky Boyer, keep up the good work. Thank you for everything you do, and for the folks listening or watching this video, we'll put the links how to get a hold of Capstone to become a new patient or returning below. Thank you, Micky.
Thank you so much, Tom.
You betcha, sir. Hey, Tom Anderson Show. We're signing off for yet another day of greatness. Thanks to guys like Micky and John Weddleton, and of course Tom Steigelman. Folks, Charlie Kirk is next up. The sun is shining. Thank your lucky stars. Prayers from Ms. Tilton and her brain surgery. God bless.